Hey, so you're managing your guest list in a Google Sheet. That's great. Let's actually do some really cool stuff with it and teach you a few formulas that'll help you manage this list. And these tips could also be very useful for any event whatsoever. When you try to get a list of people's names, you're trying to deal with those names, and then you're trying to get the RSVPs. So let's do this. First off, one of the easiest formulas you absolutely already know or may be familiar with is let's just get a total number of people that are coming. We can do that with count A. And all we have to do is do count A and then the range of A column. Here we've written all of our guest lists, and there we go. We got 200 people. Let's double check. Yeah, it's 200 rows of 200 people, first name, last name, and there we go. We got 200 people coming to our wedding. You know that. But let's see. Do we actually have 200 people? If we wrote these names, if we went through our contacts, our catalogs, our memory, and we wrote out a bunch of names, especially if it's two people writing names, especially if you have like a large group of people organizing an event, like maybe it's a church event or some other event, and you have a bunch of people that you're like, we got to invite this person, this person, this person, and the list keeps going. You might have some duplicates. So let's see, how do we figure out duplicates? We can use the match formula for this. Absolutely, there is the deduping data cleanup here, remove duplicates, but what that does is it just deletes it. It doesn't necessarily know that it doesn't let you know that there are duplicates. I want to know if there's duplicates because maybe I want to talk to someone about this, right? I want to say, why did we invite this person twice? Do we need to put them in the party or something? Do we need to invite them more, right? Is it someone we have to have special arrangements for? So I just want to see what this is. I want to see these people's names. So we're going to use match. We're going to search A1 here, and we're going to use this range, the entire A column, and the search type we're going to do 0. Now what happens is, right, when we do this, we should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting the row that it's on. So all we have to do to make sure that this is the only one here is we do match minus row, and now we get 0. We do that for each one, and we should have 0 for all of them. But what happens if we get down here? Oh, did you notice that? We have -4. We can also take this list, when delete this count on, we can also sort it. Sort. There we go. Oh, we got those people right there. There's -98. Let's sort it again. Try to get those people. Where is it? Oh, actually, this is so funny. So we can scroll through here and we can see, there they are. Here's 4 people. Journey Pool. Yep, there's 2 of them. Cherish Cook. Yep. Mateo. We got him twice. Sydney. Yes. We got 4 people twice. Now this has saved us 4 seats, right? Because we now maybe have 4 people that we can invite as well. And then we know exactly who they are, right? Maybe we put next to it who put them on the list so that we can search through this A column and say, okay, both you and me, we invited the same person, or I put this person on twice. You know, we will play the blame game here. So now we can delete them and look up here and say equals count all. Again, A, and see we have 196, right? We've deleted 4 people. So that gets us deduplications. Now, what we can also do is go to extensions. Nope, not extensions. Tools, create a new form, because we want people to RSVP. Maybe we have their email addresses here, and we're gonna just do a little quick this and at gmail.com. I know this is not a true Gmail address, but maybe we have their email addresses and we want to email them, and then we say, hey, we're going to email you this form, and we're like, RSVP, can you come? Yes, no, and then maybe we add here dinner. Are you going to choose chicken, beef, or veggie, right? And then we might want to also ask any allergies, and this is going to be a short answer there. Okay. We're going to send that. I think we need to first actually go up to settings and make sure you have the responses. If you're using a workspace account, turn that off, that you're only selecting the restricting, turn that off. Now we have this URL. We can send this URL to people and say, hey, RSVP for our wedding. Probably also need their full name. Now that I realize this, let's go back to our questions, add one more name. What we could do here as well is in that name, we can get a pre-filled link. This is cool, right? Name, I'm going to do all caps name here. And then I'm going to go click get link, copy that link. Now, what's the link that we want to send people? We want to send them this link, but we want to put their name here. So we concatenate this equals all of this and this name. Oops. No, whoops. We did that properly. We just need to delete these. Cool. So now we have a link. Let's look at this. Here's Derek. If we type in this URL we're going to send to Derek, Derek's name is already filled out. So they don't need to fill in their name. Isn't that cool? Now they just have to say, yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm taking the chicken. I have no allergies whatsoever, right? And now they're on our form responses. We got a yes from Derek over here in the E column. So what we can do as well is here up at the top, maybe we have their email address. Let's add it. Ooh, we don't want 100, one row above. We have their name. We have their email, and we have their RSVP. So we can go here, we can go equals, filter all of this by this name, by this is equal to name, right? We haven't found anyone. Okay, so we go if error, we're just gonna get nobody. We're just gonna get a blank there. Perfect. And who is it? Derek Wagner, RSVP'd. Perfect. So now we know exactly if they RSVP'd. We can also get all of their information, right? Instead of saying just their name, let's grab not the E column, but the D column, I think. We need to add one more to the right. Yeah. So RSVP, yes. We got their dinner and then their allergies, all right here. Now all we have to do is send them the link here, have them fill it out with their name already attached to their email address. This is rocking and rolling, this wedding. Okay, now as we get more RSVPs coming in, we really want to make sure we're capturing all of the catering. So we're going to have a catering here. We have chicken, we have beef, we have veggie, and we want to get a count of how many are each one. So we're going to use count. We're going to go back to our start one. We're going to go over to that dinner column, and we're going to count if it is A1 here. So this chicken is A1, and we have 3 of them. Now, all we have to do is put a $sign in front of the 2 D's here, and we can copy this over. And now we have 0 for beef and veggie. And we can also just, let's double check that this is going to keep adding up totally automatically, right? We're going to get Muhammad he has an allergy, right, to cats, let's say. Not eating cats. I mean, like, just he has an allergy to cats. Sorry. So now we have a veggie, and on our catering, we have 1. So now we have a little summary in our sheet of all of the catering things. We can just send this to the caterer and be like, done. We counted everyone's RSVP. And then if you want people's specific allergies, right? We have someone with cat allergy. We can have here, let's do this equals, I'm going to sort the form responses of allergies, but just D2 to D. And we're going to sort that. So now all of our allergies are going to come to the top, and we're going to get a nice little list, but we're going to want to say allergy here, and then we're going to want to have the guest. So we can use here equals VLOOKUP, search key cats, look in this column, to E, and we want to return the 2. We're going to say false right here. So there we go. We have a VLOOKUP of the allergies. We now get a list of everybody's allergies. Let's add another allergy on here, and you'll see that this is going to happen automatically. Let's do it. We got yes, Ria's coming. We got veggies, and she's allergic to pollen and bees. Submit. Now we go back to our catering page. There we go. Now all we have to do is do VLOOKUP down the row. We're going to get some NA, so we won't do that, but now we got her name right there, her allergy right there, very specific allergy. Okay, now here's probably the toughest part of this. Watch as we go through this. We want to email everybody a reminder, a follow-up, if they are not RSVP'd yet. We're going to probably send this maybe a month before, 2 weeks before, a week before our deadline, right? Not even before our wedding. We need to be prepared a month before our wedding. So we need to email these people a few times and be like, hey, RSVP, we just need to know a yes or a no. So we're going to go up to here, extensions, app script. I'm going to write a little app script. Super simple. Just watch. I cover this also in Spreadsheet Automation 101. If you haven't taken that course, I do a lot with mail. Not a lot. We don't do a lot with mail app. We just go through this. In our function, we're going to write mailapp.send email. And what are we going to send? We're going to send to a recipient, a subject, and some body of the email. We're going to have a variable recipient is going to be equal to some Gmail account, which we'll get in a second. The subject will be please EP, something simple like that. And we can always say, have a much different subject. You can always have much different. Variable body will equal, hey, just checking in if you're coming to my wedding P before May 1st here. And then we want to add here the Google form link. Okay, how do we get this stuff? How do we get the email. We're going to say the recipient is the email. So a few ways we can do this. Okay, we could do this actually we can do this almost unbelievably simple, but by just putting the variables, we have the variable here in the B column and the F column on sheet 1. Right now, I'm going to move this F column over here to B and F. We need to know just B, C, and D, which ones don't have anything in D, right? So what we're going to do is going to do a variable array of guests equals spreadsheet app dot get active spreadsheet dot get sheet by name. I think it's sheet 1. I don't think in quotes, sheet 1 dot get range. We're just going to get all of B, I think it's B to D. We want B, C, and D. Yeah, get values. Now we are going to need the email from each of those rows that don't have an RSVP, that are either yes or no in the, not yes or no in the D column. How do we get that? We're going to do, first off, we're going to do a for loop. I equals 0 is less than array of guests, that length, and then I plus plus, so we iterate through it. And for this, we are going to say, okay, so we can get each row with just this array of guests I. What I want to show actually is I think we need to do B2 here. Let's actually log this row, and I'll show you what's going on here. We don't need any of this yet, so I'm actually going to comment out all of these things just in case we actually do send it. So, okay, we just want to log the rows. Let's run it and see. We need to review these permissions, go through these authorization. It's only happened like once when we use that mail app or, send an email. There we go. See, all of these are the rows. Each one of these is a row. The first one is going to be variable, what was that again? Email is equal to row, it's 0 actually. We can log that email. We can do variable P equals row 1, right? That's this, that's actually the Google form link. There we go. Variable RSVP is equal to row 2. Again, I go through these things in Spreadsheet Automation 101. I go through all of what this means, bracket notation, dot notation, all of this stuff. The first lesson, section 1 actually, the first section is all about getting this spreadsheet app, this one line of code done. And we go deep into this. So if you're interested in reading this and understanding it much more, go take a Spreadsheet Automation 101. All right, so let's log all of these Google form link just to show you that these are all different things. See, we got the email, we got, what else we got? We got the Google form link, and we have the RSVP, which is going to be blank, right? If we want to send the email. So we can take these logs off now. We don't need these anymore. And then we also want to move all of this here, but we want to put it inside an if. If P does not equal yes, and then or is the two pipes, they're called. RSVP does not equal no. So because if they say no, we don't want to send them the link again. We want to send them only a link if they have not said yes or no. So we put all of these emails here. Boop, 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 boop. Just moving these over. And now, let's see, logger.log. I'm just going to log the email addresses of everybody. And it's going to log it right here. We're going to see all these email addresses, right? These are people who have not RSVP'd yet. Journey pool, there, right? Mateo is probably not on. Oh, Mateo is there. Oops. Okay, I think I just had to switch the pipes here to and. So it needs to be there neither yes nor no, not or, because then it'll run. Okay, so yeah, Mateo's not here anymore. We have Brooke Foster. Let's just double check she's not there. Yep, she's not on this list. So only the people who are not anything, right, have not RSVP'd. And we get their email address, and we can send them an email and say, hey, just checking. Here's a Google form link. And it's their form link that has their pre-filled name in. So they just have to fill out yes or no, click a couple buttons, and it'll come here and have their name, and they will RSVP right here. We will see all this stuff automatically once we send them the email and they actually answer this form. This is pretty cool, right? I hope you're excited about this. You can undo these comments if you want to see that the mail app is actually going to work. I'm not going to because these email addresses are completely fake And so I'm just gonna get a bunch of errors, and it's gonna go and try to send these emails, and I'm gonna get a bunch of weird bounces. All right, thanks for watching this. I hope this has helped you manage your wedding guest list. Or again, if you are using Google Sheets to manage some RSVPable event and you're managing it with other people, adding guest lists like manually, you're trying to come up with a guest list and then send them, hey, are you coming or not? Reminders. These should have helped you. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. You're having a wedding. You're getting married for life. Why don't you get learning for life too over at BetterSheets, bettersheets.co. Check out what's inside for lifetime members. Consider subscribing to bettersheets.co here on YouTube, just like you have devoted your life to your spouse.